I'm gonna end it.
So, Captain Marvel, what did I think about the film? I enjoyed it. 1 billion.44 million. Ain't nothing to sneeze at. It's been out a month. March 8th, I believe, was when it was released. And it's made over that much. I know it was released in January internationally. But still, that's quite impressive. For a film that all y'all, majority of y'all were saying was going to flop because of Brie Larson, her wooden acting, her monotone, her dry delivery. I had no doubt whatsoever. So I love when you dummies want to be all negative. You want to throw all this shade her way and say that she sucks as an actress. She did a great job. She did what was needed. We see her character established and how she ends up with the Avengers. You know, the film has some great action in it, some great acting. Everybody who connected with this, was connected to this film, did a great job. I don't know what to tell you to those who still want to probably be negative about the film. You know, your minds can't be changed. You were negative at the first in the beginning, and you're gonna continue to be negative. Apparently, everybody and their grandma was, not only did they see the film, and then they went to go tell everybody else, "Hey, watch the film." I'm sure a lot of people went to go see it more than once. You know. But it goes back to just how when people see an actress, an actor, and they're like, this dude sucks, this chick sucks. Look at her acting, man. It's like, and in the teaser trailer, everybody was hard on her. Everybody was coming down on Brie Larson. Miscast. I mean, didn't they say that about Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman? They've been going way back to like Michael Keaton being cast as the new Batman. It was new at the time because we hadn't had a Batman before that. The last Batman we had was what, Adam West? Everybody was saying, my God, Beetlejuice? My God, they're casting this guy who's normally doing funny movies or doing weird roles and nails Batman. Still to this day considered the best Batman. You know? How about that, you know? Christopher Reeve, the same thing. They gave him hell. He ends up being a lot of people's eyes and my eyes, still the best Superman. But I think that she embodied this role and she really, rise to the occasion when it came to doing what was needed to be done. You know, establishing the character. We go back to the 90s, we see some funny references, we see the blockbuster that everybody saw, but then we didn't see, the slow loading of computers back then and dial-up and all that. But they had the black box and they had the audio that actually recorded what was, I guess, the last, bit of dialogue of Carol Danvers and Wendy Lawson, who was played by Annette Bening. And the thing was loading, and they were all going, well, what's that? Oh, it's loading, and that's true. Those of you who are young, too young to remember that back then in the 90s, early 90s, when computers were just starting to get, to the place where they were like compact and they weren't like the size of walls, which they were back in the early 80s or something like that. And it was a slow load. It wasn't like that how it is now. But I love every bit of the film. From the characters, like I said, the Flurkin, the was a that cat named Goose, and apparently the Squirrel don't like those cats. They were, the one guy was the lead Squirrel, or the lead actor, the lead Squirrel that we saw. I don't know if he was the lead of all of them all, but he kind of like, and then Fury kind of used that as a way of kind of keeping that guy, keeping him in this place. I love that cat. It was funny. The reveal is that what he can do. When Fury didn't want to have anything to do with the handling of the Tesseract, and then all of a sudden these tentacles just come out of its mouth and grabs it, swallows it. He did the same thing too, like when they were attacked by Kree. After realizing that the Skrull were actually on their side, working with Mar-Vell, who was Annette Bening's character, Wendy Danvers, because she came from Kree, and she actually was sent to Earth to work on the project. And he swallowed like three soldiers like whole, and I like that. I liked how when she found out realized that her power, like those guys were holding her back, and she basically just took whatever that monitor, I guess what it was, from her back of her neck, and because he had her somehow restrained, and in a dream, and then in her head she was in a place with Annette Bening's character, and she was totally telling her that she's not powerful, she's weak. And then she realized that no, she actually was pretty damn powerful. And she kind of showed it, and she was kicking all kinds of ass. Ronan comes in with his posse, if you will, and they end up going through portals, and after Captain Marvel was kicking their asses and destroying them and blasting them out of space and all that, Ronan decides, okay, let's just turn back around and we'll come back later. And then the guy goes, his commander or his second in command goes, for the Tesseract, and he's like, no, for her, because she has the energy, she has energy core. So I guess they're going to come back for that because she has a inside of her. But I'm just going off my head, even though I have notes. But I'm just gonna just tell it, like I saw it. I enjoyed it, I really did. We see the two ending sequences. The first one was right before the credits roll, and it was we see Captain America, we see Black Widow, War Machine, we see Bruce Banner trying to send a signal and fails. They're saying send it again, and all of a sudden you turn around and there is Carol Danvers, Captain America, and she's looking for Nick Fury. Credits roll again, and at the end we see Goose, a lovable tentacle-mouthed feline, sitting on Nick Fury's desk. All of a sudden it starts, what we think is going to hack up a furball. But it's not a furball that hacks up, it's the Tesseract. And then that was it. I mean, you can say what you want about about the film. For those of you who didn't like it, I don't know what to say. it did it made it, it served its purpose. It did what it needed to do in order to connect her to the Avengers. We do see now that she's with them. The trailer that they showed before the film, when I watched it, showed her with the guys. No, I'm not going to continue on. Just I'm going to give my thoughts about the film. If you like my video, please click like and share, and please subscribe. Again, thanks for watching, and take care. I just realized that in doing my review for Captain Marvel, I did not mention the heartfelt and very, very moving tribute to Stan Lee. In the opening, usual when we see a Marvel movie, we see the opening title sequence for Marvel, and we see all of the superheroes, Hulk and Iron Man, But in the place of them, it's Stan Lee in all of his iconic cameo roles, which I thought was amazing. A nice touch for them to do that was incredible. I loved how it just came off, and it makes you smile because of how much he meant to all of us. Really, all of his cameos were funny. They're very weird at times, and sometimes made you think, and then sometimes it made you just laugh out loud. And he had fun. He had fun doing it. I loved how he just came off just having fun. And then during her fight scene with the Skrull that was disguised as that old lady, we see her walk by before the fight happens. She's walking in the subway, just scoping everybody out, seeing who's the person that was actually a Skrull, disguised as a beachgoer, as a surfboarder. Goes in there, and I guess all he needs to do is just tap somebody, because he kind of tapped the old lady when he came in, and then that was her. But then before that, she goes by, and on her left-hand side, someone's audibly, you can hear reading a newspaper. She lifts the newspaper down, and then as Stan Lee looks up at her, and then all she does is she just does this, kind of like nods at her, at him, and that was it. No exchange, no verbal from him, anything verbal, and and I'm just wondering if that's how it was filmed, or did they CGI his face on someone, because maybe they weren't able to film I could be wrong, but maybe they weren't able to film a final scene like that with her. But who knows? Any know, let me know down below, comments. But I decided to add this because I realized, I wake up this morning and I realized that I didn't add this to the review. So before I put it out, I wanted, to include that, because it was very important, because it's their way of saying goodbye to him in only the way Marvel can. And I think it was really, really a great touch, nice touch. Skrulls after all. Holy shit!
And you're free. A race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.